Hello everyone, it is the Prophet Michael David, aka Aries, and today we're going to go over some nerdy geometry stuff. No God stuff at all. Okay, so as the title of this video says, I'm going to teach you how to square a circle. Okay, so what I just posted there was the Wikipedia article on this particular subject. But what I was trying to do was impress you guys by taking a problem that's 2,500 years old and either solving it or finding a better solution to it or explain it more clearly, which I can do right now. I'd heard of the problem before, but I really never worked on it, especially not the last few years because I've been working on the Riemann hypothesis. But uh, because I didn't look up the wiki before I started working on it, I thought it was just make a circle of any radius into a square without using pi, and I can do that real easily. All right, what I just posted was the area of a circle. Not real controversial at all. But if you guys haven't guessed yet, I have a bunch of trigonometric equivalents to pi. Most of them can be derived by the unit circle. My one with the golden ratio, I don't know about that. I don't know how I came up with that. But anyway, I can, make the length of a square without using pi. And that's the equation that I posted right after this. So, in other words, in layman's terms, all you have to do is take whatever radius you want to and plug it into that first equation to get the area of the circle and whatever radius that you plugged in. But then plug that radius into the second equation, and that gives you the exact length of one side of the square. And then all you have to do is square that side, and you'll get whatever the area is of your circle. But if you read the wiki page, as I did later, that's not truly how to solve the problem. To truly solve the problem, you have to take a circle of a certain radius and turn it into a square of the same area, only using a straight edge and a compass. That's the problem. So now you may be asking, in my prophetic wisdom after studying this for a week, granted, I've known the problem for much longer, but I really only worked hard on it for about a week. Is it possible or is it impossible? Well, the awesome answer to this question and why this is probably going to be such a good teaching video is that how the question is stated on Wikipedia, yes, it is totally impossible. But I found a guy that learned how to physically do it. And this is how he did it. All right, the screenshot of the YouTube video I just posted is by a guy named Jonathan Crabtree. And it shows definitively if you have the quarter arc of a circle and the circle itself, you can drag it down and turn it into a triangle and find out the square root of pi and then make a square of the square root of pi where the area would be exactly pi. And that screenshot that I just posted definitively shows that the hypotenuse of his triangle is in the length of the square root of pi. So now you may be asking yourself, wait a minute, Michael just said that it was impossible from, what Wiki said, but then he just showed this example about how this guy actually did it. So is it possible or impossible? Okay, so hopefully AJ or most likely Hecklefish does not sue me for that last one because I'm a huge fan and it's just a joke. Okay, so the solution to this riddle, seemingly paradox, is the first thing that Jonathan does in his video. Actually, the second. He takes a chord of a circle, which is an arc, and he turns it into a straight line. And he can only do this because he is using rope as he defines it as. And rope in the physical world, or string, is something where, yeah, we can coil it up into circles, but we can also stretch it out. And that's something that you cannot do with the tools that they give you on Wiki. Again, according to the rules on Wiki about how to square a circle, you have to take a circle that you draw with this, a compass, and somehow using a compass and a straight edge, you're supposed to be able to make a square that is exactly equal in area to that circle. So now you know, if you've been paying attention, all you have to do to solve this problem is be able to turn a curve into a line that's equal length to that arc length. But you cannot do that with these two items. And that is the key to the non-solution, or what makes it impossible on paper. In conclusion, in other words, asking if you can turn a circle that you created with this into a square with an equal area with both of these, the answer is no, it is impossible, because you cannot create a square with this and you cannot create a circle with this. And therein lies the solution to this problem. And just as an add-on for all of you high school teachers or college teachers, you could use this technique to teach your students not only about the area, but about equivalence of volume, since you can construct a cylindrical tank with a certain height exactly the same as a cubic tank with a certain height, and they would hold the equal amount of water. Okay, let me just say before I sign off here that this video and the last video were somewhat of an intellectual reprieve before we get back into what you guys would describe as religious stuff, what I just call God stuff. We're gonna actually get into the how did I find God and how did I become a prophet. Hopefully I'll post the first one in the next few days here. I don't know if I'm going to have an intro video to it. Maybe not. I'm still thinking about it. But until then, as always, God loves you all. You are her children, if not misguided. And rule number 1, do not touch each other without another person's consent, aka do not hurt each other. And rule number 2, try not to lie.